Good thing I left when I did. But I still haven't got to sign up. I still got to put it back up. Good thing I left when I did. Hey, Justin.
Hey, AZ is first.
Hey, AD.
What's up, David?
Hey, Justin, how's it going?
It's going.
There about 24 hours.
Right there we go.
Let's check out one on.
Any new word on your new truck or
Just what they told me this morning.
so it needs to be shipped to you and everything yet, right?
Right. I told him that because the one with the lowest miles, I think he said it had 30,000 on it. That one I told him, that's the one I want. He said, well, it's in the shop. I said, I don't care. I said, let it be in the shop, get whatever's fixed on it and send it to me. Cause that's nothing for miles on one of
So
those.
it's a couple of weeks out anyway.
And she,
Yeah, probably be about a week or two.
what's that?
His
Oh.
truck is the replacement truck is going to be a
Oh,
couple of weeks
yeah.
until he gets it.
Well, she throws pissing more people off again.
Oh,
Trudeau. Our
He's
prime
not-
minister.
that's all he does.
Hey, you don't have a right to personal property anywhere in Canada.
What's up, Dominic?
Now we all
He doesn't want what now?
You said you have no right in Canada to any personal property.
Y'all
If we
better
wanted to come and take it, I think he's talking about land, but yeah.
Start talking shit like that, I'd be moving.
Yeah.
Well, because of all the gun laws that he's changing, with Bill C-21, Alberta and Saskatchewan enacted their own legislation to protect gun owners from the tyranny of him. Now the government's come back and says, well, we're going to take over all your natural resources, your oil, coal, whatever, Tit for tat. Oh, shit. We'll teach you a lesson. Yeah, watch what I'm going to do.
I mean,
Like a
y'all ain't got
liberal
no choice
model.
but to, because they're pretty much, all these laws are being passed through over the entire country, right?
Yeah,
It's not like a state by state thing.
yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are just, the only thing you could do is move out of the country. At least here you can move to another state if you don't like it.
Yeah.
It's not the same everywhere. I mean, there's very few federal laws that ever get enacted that actually affect every single state. Usually it's a state by state basis.
Some people have no brains.
Mm,
Some lady's
Why?
out there walking her dog like a foot away from my privacy fence, and of course, it's driving me crazy. I mean, it's the schoolyard, You got like 4 acres, 5 acres out there,
Did
and
you
her
end up
little
keep-
dog just yep. Idiots.
Oh yeah, there's a lady that comes by our house every night at the same time, and she literally will stop with her dog right in front of our yard, just stand there. I have to go out and get Bo and Tyson because they won't shut up.
It was reading an article, see Anheuser-Busch were taking a big hit, eh?
Oh, they're taking a huge hit. Oh my God.
You get what you get when you want it, but you know what? The head of marketing, did you see an interview with her?
Yeah.
She's got man hands.
Yeah.
And I think she's a trans herself.
Yeah.
She actually goes, by some weird terms.
Yeah.
Uh.
Yep.
She has like pronouns or some crap.
They may have to throw her to the curb in order to recover, but they said they've already lost billions of dollars already because nobody's drinking the beer and nobody's ordering it. He said the only people that are drinking it are the people that are not on social media and are hearing the news. But once they find out, they don't order it again.
Yep.
Well, people think they know what's best for us. We're going to tell you. Well, guess what? The people told you.
Jesus, hold on, I gotta share the screen. Look at this shit. Look at this drop off they had in 2 days.
Yep.
Hold on.
I was reading the article there.
No, look at that right there. That's just fucking flat line.
Yep.
It just boom, drop. Yep.
It's kind of gone up a little bit more, but yeah, it's going right back
It's gone
down.
back down again. Yeah.
But this was all in 5 days. Just
Hmm.
do boom. And that might not seem like a lot going from 60. Let's see what their height was 5 days ago was 66.84 down to 64. But that's billions of dollars right there.
Hmm.
Just by losing $4 or $5 a share.
Just makes you wonder.
Hmm.
I mean, to do what they want with their company, but
So Dominic, how are you doing, buddy?
Oh, it's another rainy day here. So the weather's turned shit house again.
It's warm here, but it's really cloudy,
Yeah, but that's what you got to expect.
overcast. Yep.
what's up, Curtis?
Yeah.
What's up, Dave?
It's so nice not having to wear a coat or a sweater. Wow.
Yeah, I'm just starting to wear them.
But it was breezy all this afternoon.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh, damn, Curtis. Just said his dad passed away this morning.
Oh, sorry
Oh.
to hear that.
Never woke up.
Never woke up.
Mm.
Wow. So sorry to hear that, Curtis. Wow.
Yes, so sorry.
Yeah. So sorry to hear that, Curtis. Like you said, he's waiting for that phone call.
yeah.
I mean, Curtis, the way he was talking the other day, I mean, he seemed like he was prepared for that. So, I mean, mentally,
Hmm.
not to say that's,
Well, and his mom told him, he and his brother, not to come down there because they didn't know what was going to happen. And
Hmm.
the fact that they told him not to come down,
but, yeah, it seemed like he was kind of mentally preparing himself for that. Some people can take things a little bit better than others.
Yeah.
Not to say it's going to be easy or anything, but
Yeah.
it's never good to hear. Well, Lynn canceled her 1 week camping trip. She just can't do it.
Hmm.
what, physically?
Physically too much. Yep. She's can't catch her breath and
No tank.
she
Frank.
doesn't want to be out and about and
Was she
So
getting
she
like
canceled her-
winded really easily?
her reservations. What's that?
Was she like getting winded really easily?
Oh yeah, yeah. She has to take a break and sit down and gasp for air and not good. So if anybody'd like to say a prayer for Lenny.
Yep.
Lynn's
The only thing I can say for anybody is you're in my thoughts because I don't pray, but
Hmm.
you all know my thoughts on that.
Hey, Tank RC, how you doing? He's in the chat.
Frank. Dominic, why isn't dark spelled with a C?
I don't know.
I mean, when you're in the dark, you can't see where you're going.
You've got a valid point there.
Alright, that stupid ass joke earlier.
Hmm.
Yeah, so looks like Bud Light's down about 30% right now.
Hmm. Interesting.
I was never a beer drinker, so I don't, I couldn't comment.
Hmm.
Well, they said the brand was in decline anyway, so that's what they thought they'd do to revive it. Well,
Well, there's so many different beers now. Back when I was a kid, there was only, Molson's, Bud, Ham's beer. You remember Ham's beer, Paul?
I heard of that one. But see, around here, there's a lot of craft beers, and the big companies are buying them up because, they quit drinking all the regular domestic beer and go for all these craft beers now, especially around here. There's about 3 shops here in town that got craft beers now.
Oh my god.
I had a laugh over here, Paul, here in town. Somebody broke into a bunch of
Sorry,
trailers
man.
at a warehouse. They stole, I think it was 44 cases of beer. It was all expired beer.
Well, they should be watching
Yeah.
the emergency rooms, huh?
Yeah.
They might find some lucky gems in there. I wouldn't want to be the taste tester. They might
No.
find a few good ones in there.
Shut up, Justin.
Bite me.
No, thanks.
David,
How you doing, guys?
how you doing?
What's up?
Yeah, sorry to hear about Curtis's dad.
Yes,
Hmm.
very sad. But it's like Curtis has said, it didn't look good for him anyway. It looked like this was inevitable. He was in a coma. He wasn't responding to any kind of sensory
Yeah.
testing. But you don't like to lose a loved one.
No.
We don't.
Like I said, 72 degrees out there right now, Paul.
Yeah, it's 73 here.
Check that request at the North Slope, further down that Imperial, and Sun with a wide bird. Over. Okay.
It'll be 75 tomorrow, Paul.
Yeah, but what's the cloud cover? Do you know?
Mainly sunny,
Oh, cool.
but the wind's supposed to gust up around 30 miles an hour. 20 gusting to 30. 11 hours of sunshine, Paul.
Well, that'd be nice, huh?
And guess I better fire up the charger on all the batteries for the lawnmowers.
Yeah. I hear Laura. Laura's in the background. Yeah.
Oh, don't encourage her.
Yeah.
Southbound to the Black River, Dorothea, 1750. Then the Algoma Guardian, 1737, and they're going to be followed right by Spark. Over.
Oh my God, watch these Budweiser spoofs people are doing with the old Budweiser commercials. Watch
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Today we salute you, Mr. Budweiser head of marketing guy. Only you could take a beer and make it queer. 20 years of amazing ad campaigns, and this is where we end up.
Not gonna buy it.
What the fuck were you thinking?
That's funny.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, people have fun with this.
That was funny.
Now listen really closely what these frogs are saying. You remember the Budweiser commercial with the Budweiser?
Yeah.
It was the three frogs. Now listen real closely what these frogs are saying.
Grr.
Cheese. 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 Cheese.
Dude.
Cheese. Cheese.
Dude.
Cheese.
Dude.
Cheese.
Dude.
Cheese.
Dude.
Cheese.
Dude.
He's a dude. Oh my God, those are so hilarious.
They're having fun with that, aren't they?
Oh my God.
That is hilarious. But the first one you played, that was just ruckus.
He said only you could take a beer and make it queer. Oh, those are hilarious. What's up, Joe?
Take a beer and make it queer.
All right, Curtis, we'll see you later, man.
Take care.
Safe travels if you're heading out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, take care, Curtis.
Maybe that gave Curtis a little bit of a laugh. I'm out of contact. What happened? Well, hold on. Do what?
I think he's referring to the Budweiser thing.
Oh, because Bud Light got that one transgender girl and put her all over their cans and are marketing transgenderism. So all these bars and everything have quit buying and stocking.
Well, the Budweiser
products.
buyers aren't buying Budweiser.
How's that?
Hmm.
Yeah. So the people been taking their old commercials and making like parodies of them. It happened
Mm.
like what? That was like a couple weeks ago, wasn't it? when they
Play that
announced it?
first one again. That's
Just want to
hilarious.
say to you guys, I don't give a shit what's on the outside of the can, only what's inside the can.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. Let me pull it back up.
I'm sorry, who the hell drinks Bud Light?
Exactly.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. This is hilarious.
Today we salute you, Mr. Budweiser head of marketing guy. Only you could take a beer and make it queer. 20 years of amazing ad campaigns, and this is where we end up.
Not gonna buy it.
What the fuck were you thinking?
They're not gonna buy it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it happened like a week or so ago, Curtis, but the last 4 days, man, their company has lost billions in revenue over it.
Well, they
Yeah.
got pieces of beer they can't get rid of right now, or even the stuff that draft beer, they said down over 50%. So people say, well, what kind of beer is on draft? Is that? Nope.
I saw it, Tim. Yeah,
That's
their
not
entire
intentional.
company overall is down 30% right now and their stocks are plummeting.
Well, it's not down over here. Well, it probably
Yeah,
never
but-
was up over there, was it?
Yeah, but their market share, the 70 or 80% of their market share is in the US, so. What they do outside the US is actually very limited overall, cause they're an American-based company. Like all you guys get Bush products over there, but it's like, limited in its imports, so. And it's super expensive, like over in Australia, I'm sure like a freaking 24 pack of Budweiser would probably be expensive as shit.
Hmm.
Cause you gotta think they gotta get that shit over there quick too, because beer's only good for so long.
Yeah.
So it's not something that can sit on a, ship for 3 months.
Did you say shit?
It's gotta go over there,
Ship.
get over there really quick and get on the shelves.
I didn't hear shit.
Curtis says I step out for a week and the world goes to shit.
Yeah.
Later, Tim.
Here's what the warm weather does at my house. Me is happy.
Well, the good news is Budweiser's still doing all right over here, and it's still brewed over here. No, it's not a British company, but it's still brewed here for the UK. So we
Well,
don't
yeah, a
pay
lot
import
of
charges.
companies have breweries around the world. Cause like I said, in order to ship the product, it would cost too much. Like it's one thing to ship liquor. That you could manage to do, cause that could be on a ship for months and be fine, but.
And
beer
I just
is
found another thing out. You know what? I don't care if they put a transgender woman on a fucking can. That is not my problem. I want to know why, when the bloody hell did they reduce the alcohol level in my Budweiser to 4.5% and kept it at 5% in America?
Mm.
Bastards. Now that's a problem.
Curtis says, I step out for a week and the world goes to shit. LOL.
Well, just send all the beer over to England. They'll drink it over there. They'll drink piss.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but the thing with, the girl that, the dude that's on the can is they're just an ass anyway. Nobody likes him because he just has a bad attitude with everybody. I'm not referring to her as a she. It's a dude.
No,
I'll say he all damn day. I don't care what anybody
it's
says.
a he, she. Get it right.
Hee haw.
Yeah. He, her.
I love how these days mental illness is treated like some kind of fad instead of a problem.
Hmm.
Listen, my mental health is a fad, right?
Well,
I
the
take
problem,
I take my hobby as being somebody with mental health very seriously.
well, what I'm saying though, but I'm trying to be serious. So is there's a lot of people out there that are turning it into
Yeah.
this fad, and there's been a lot of TikTokers that have been caught.
Trivializing it.
They've been faking mental illnesses that they don't actually have to
Exactly.
make them
And
popular.
when people do have it, they fall through the cracks.
This is,
I'm sorry, but I'm falling through no crack, and I do have it.
well, I
No,
believe you.
yeah.
You can keep
I've
keep your
fallen
crack. Keep your crack in your pants.
No, I've
But
fallen
what I'm
through.
saying is instead of helping people get legitimate help,
Exactly.
they're trivializing it, making it seem like it's some kind of popular fad that
Yeah. Yeah, I'll totally agree
The
with that.
problem, right? The problem with mental health is we need people to talk about it. Right? They're always telling me to talk about it,
Yes.
and you know what? I can go in a room and sit with some random stranger that don't know jack shit about me and talk for England. However, I won't go and talk to anyone that my friends about my problems. Yeah, because one, I don't think they give a shit, and two, I bore them to fucking death. by the end of the night, they'd all be in the mental health asylum with me.
Yes, but if you've got a problem, the first part of it is actually defining it.
Yes, it took them. It's taken them 20 years to give mine a name, but he keep changing it.
And the biggest problem with the whole transgender thing is they have a extremely high suicide rate.
Mm.
Which
Well,
means that
wouldn't
there's
you
some
if,
kind of mental illness in there that's somewhere mixed in with that. I'm not saying
No,
the
no, no.
transgender stuff itself is a mental illness, because I'm not a psychologist by any means.
No, I will tell you
But-
what the problem is, right? When it comes to transgender and mental health, the fact is, transgender is still a taboo subject, and it isn't as open as people think it is, right? And the bullying still goes on.
Well, you know what the problem is, David, is the transgender people flaunt it in front of everybody else, and it's like,
Whoa!
I'm
Hey,
tired-
stop. Nah, that's
The
not a
biggest
problem.
I'm tired of hearing about it. Just do your thing, you know?
But this is the thing, is the problem is they've been fighting for their rights to be considered equal. When they first did it, everybody was fine with it, but they keep pushing it on everybody.
Right. I think you guys are getting slightly confused here. Right. A transgender person can't exactly, if they're full out in the open, they can't deny it. They can't hide it. They've still got the 5 o'clock shadow. They're wearing a skirt and the high heels. Yeah. They can't hide it. They've got to flaunt it. Right. But it doesn't mean they're trying to push it on you. Right. But then you've got the gay people. You know what? When they wanted their rights, they wanted transgender in their little circle. Now they've got their rights. They want to push transgender out. Right. But the biggest problem on this planet is the fact that we're all too interested in what everyone else is doing. And people will use it to their own gain, i.e. the guy in Scotland that raped 2 women and decided, whilst waiting for his court case, he would turn female to try and get himself into a female prison. And it nearly worked.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem. It's the people that are not in that you know what I mean? It's the people that are not transgender that are fighting for their rights that are the problem.
Yeah.
Because they don't know when to shut the...
Well, this is
Oh.
my whole point, is they were fighting for the right to be accepted. They got to that point, but then they wanted to start pushing it in schools and all this other crap.
No.
What do you mean, no? We had to ban it in multiple states because of that.
Right. Just want to point something out. Nobody is pushing transgender in schools. Just one, it wouldn't be allowed. Right? You have sex education, it's 1 hour a week, whatever. But
I'm telling you, it was a problem over here. There's states where they are teaching it in schools. They're actively teaching it.
they're actually teaching people to be transgender.
Yes.
They are sending homework home saying, what were your preferred pronouns? Are you sure that
Yeah.
you feel comfortable being a boy or girl? There's been parents that have sued
Right,
school
well, that-
districts over the
Right.
fact of their schoolwork that was sent home
Right.
with them.
And now I need to ask a question. Was it a transgender teacher sending that work home?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
or
there
was it
was,
a normal?
there was quite a few transgender and gay teachers that were pushing the,
And they were
Stuff
doing,
in the
they
schools.
were doing like strip dancing and stuff for them. For the
Yes.
kids, like 7, 8, 9-year-olds.
and that's the reason why Florida and multiple other states banned it
Mm.
being taught, because we want our schools here in Florida to be school work, math, English, history.
Exactly.
We don't need a bunch of sexual shit put in the schools.
Well, you
saying-
ain't getting any English over in America, so
Oh,
we'll
bite
scrap
my
that
ass.
off the syllabus.
But anyway,
No, we're getting proper.
but we want our schools to be what schools were intended to be. They're supposed to
Exactly.
there to
Reading,
teach you.
writing, and
problem-
arithmetic. None of this
Right.
other.
Right.
And that's happening
Well,
here too.
Can we just stop a minute? The subject has to be taught in some sort of sense, as in you have to. You're not as in. Do you want to decide whether you're a male or female? That shouldn't be even a question up to anyone under the age of 16.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless they have already started showing tendencies to want to go the other way. Yeah. However, it does need to be taught in a way where your children can accept that there are going to be adults that have got a 5 o'clock shadow
Are
or
different.
a big bushy beard, and they are different. Right?
Yeah, but that's not the school to teach your kids acceptance. It's your
That's the parents'
No,
responsibility.
no.
the
The
parents'
school
responsibility.
should teach acceptance because that's why you send kids to school.
No, we send kids to school to learn math, English, history,
History. Yeah.
science. Yes, this is what we send.
I think there is
don't-
a
don't
point
send
on
my
both
ki-
sides.
I don't send my kids to be parented by the teachers.
You send them to be educated and socialize.
Yeah,
Right.
educated, not in
Because
social matters. I'm
otherwise-
educating them in
Look,
education.
If you want to keep your kid away from gays and transgenders and Muslims and whatever else, then I'm sorry, you're going to have to lock them up in the bedroom and post the
That's-
homework
but
through
that's
the
not
door.
what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I didn't say I don't want my kids around people like that. I'm saying I don't want the teachers taking it upon themselves to be teaching that stuff when they should be
Right.
focusing on other more important
And by the
things.
way,
It's my job
Right.
to teach my kids acceptance.
no,
And I
it's
tell
not.
my kids all the time to be accepting of
It's
people.
it's part of your education, right? And it has been for many, many centuries. I'm sorry. Well, schools have been around. Acceptance has always been a thing. That's why
Well,
all
it's
the
one
kids have
thing
the
if
school
your kid-
uniform.
But it's one thing if your kid says something to a student and the teacher says, sits down and have a conversation with your kid and said, that's not what you shouldn't say things like that and you should be more accepting. That's one thing. But to
Mm.
But
focus
how does
on
the
it
kid?
and make it a
But how does the
curriculum,
kid know?
what do you
right?
mean?
How does the kid know what is acceptable and isn't acceptable when they're socializing with different people?
Well, because the authority in the classroom is the teacher, and the teacher should say that's something you should talk to your parents about.
And then
That's
they write,
not for us to decide.
But-
We're not going to have a class vote on this.
Right,
So it's
well-
it's not a
Right.
topic for us to
But
discuss.
then what happens, right? This is what happened in the 80s about the gays, right? They send a letter home and say, your child called Michael a bum bender, right? And this is not appropriate. Please educate your child. And then the parents would run to the media and go, why is this my job? The school should be teaching this. There has to be.
No, they're wrong. And if the media is reporting it, the parents have given up on their responsibility to handle their children, then shame on them.
That
Exact-
might be a problem over there, but over here, parents have done quite the opposite.
No.
Every time that's happened, they've gone to the media and said, why the hell are the teachers telling my kids what to do? In that sense, that's my job.
But the point is, everybody has a different opinion, right? And in some form of education, you have to look at the different realities. We are not in the 80s and 90s now. The gay community, the transgender community, the lesbian community, it's more in your face than it ever has been. And the school does have to teach some sort of level.
I disagree.
But where I agree with you guys, when the school is saying, the teacher is saying to the kids, what do you want to be? You want to be male, female? Do you want to be him, her? That is not appropriate in any level to anyone, be it in school or at home, to anyone under the age of 16. I would consider that child abuse.
Yeah.
That's what
If
we've
you're-
labeled it as.
Yeah.
But you also have to look at another way. I don't know about
Yeah.
in America, but yeah, but say Paul,
Lost the train of thought. now.
you want to see the picture Paul just
I know
He's took it all out of me now. Right. What was I saying?
Glad you got fed up with the subject already.
You were saying it's
No one gives a
emus.
fuck about you, Laura. We're debating.
Emus.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but what I'm saying, I don't know about over in America, but over here, the education syllabus, the majority of it is set by government via the national curriculum. I'm assuming it'll be the same in America. The government will have some say, you must teach this subject, this subject, this subject, and these taboo subjects. Yeah, like,
When it comes to sex education over here, though, you'll get a letter in the post.
yeah,
And you can just.
Yeah, each state has its own education system.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But
is
we
it?
also have what we call PTAs, where they're parent teachers associations. And
Yeah,
that
so is it the
brings
parent?
in the
Well, we have them
parents.
over here, but is it the Parents Teachers Association that's making the teachers cover these subjects? Is it the state, or
It's some of the states
Is-
over here.
is the teachers actually overstepping the mark? If it's the teachers overstepping the mark, then I'm sorry, you're not fit to teach a child. Piss off. If it's the state, then you all have to get together, and when it comes to vote, change it. Yeah.
Well, that's the way it's been
Um,
over here. So like in Florida, the state didn't support it, but we had teachers doing it on their own, and then they got caught because they were posting the crap online. So then the state stepped in and made it illegal.
Well,
And so other states, though, teachers have been caught doing it, but then the state backed them up. It was like, oh yeah, you can do that all day long. We don't care. So
yeah. Well, like I said, everybody has an opinion. And unfortunately, we're not all going to agree because, as you know, Americans are pro-gun, Canadians are pro-anti-gun, Australians are
no, I don't
pro-criminal,
think so.
but no. No,
Yeah,
when I
most of
say
the Canadians I've talked to
No.
aren't.
no, listen to it again. Pro anti-gun. In other words, the pro-gun, but the government are saying hell fucking no.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, for sure.
Now, Dominic, he likes his pussy, as the
Yeah.
cat going. Yeah.
I know.
And over
She's
here in the
obviously
UK
coming to change the subject.
Yeah. And over here, we're very liberal.
Hey,
In-
what I want to know from you, David, is what do you think about the Prince and the bitch Markle? Are they going to mend
Wow.
the fences or what?
No, they're not going to mend fences, and nor should they. Right? Because there's a lot to it, to Harry's side of it, that isn't published in the media. Everybody knows that, Harry is not Prince Charles's son.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, he's James
James
Hewitt.
Hewitt.
We all
Was he a
know.
love child?
Yeah,
Somebody else's love child?
he's somebody else's child. He's
You- yeah,
complicated.
You take a picture of James Hewitt and look at it, and then you look at Prince Charles and you tell me.
Oh, but they've
Right.
never actually came out and said it.
No, they've never come out and said it, but
Oh,
But
it,
it's
yeah.
like
It's
it's more of a
there, it's there.
conspiracy then at the moment,
Someone,
right?
well, no, someone, do
Right.
you want me to share a photo of
No,
James
but-
Hewitt?
but
Yeah.
before
Go ahead.
we go-
Go ahead,
right,
Dominic.
before we get to that point,
Let me
what
find
you
it.
have to, well, you do that. When you look at the royal family, it's a very public, private thing. In other words, everything they try to do in private is made public.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
You've got the
anybody
media,
famous.
yeah, not to the level of our royal family, right? But they're parading around at this moment in time. The royal family are parading around. The Queen consort is now the Queen. They're taking consort away. She shouldn't even be Queen consort, right? Because technically, Charles should not be king, because the royal charter stated that
Divorce.
if you divorce, you can't become king. But they changed it, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember voting for that. Hell no, I wouldn't.
Now let's see if I can share this.
Well, who
buddy.
can make changes to royal decree? I guess just the royal family.
The royal family and the government.
That's not the first time governments have
And
changed it to fit
you
their own narrative.
worried what happened to Diana is going to happen to Meghan.
Exactly. You know, that's the other thing as well. You've got Harry.
Okay. There's a photo of James. Can you see that?
Yeah.
There's a photo of Harry on the left, James Hewitt on the right. You tell me.
I mean, I kind of see it.
I can't just get a picture of Charles and Harry up. You can see the difference. I bet if you manage to get a whole three of them together, you'd definitely see it.
Well, I'm kind of just looking at little features like the
Yeah.
eyes placement and
Yeah, but
how
you've
big
also
the
got,
noses and ears and all that.
and you've also got to look at the other things. You know how Princess Diana died, or Lady Diana, in the end.
Well, they
The
still,
rumors.
that's still the rumor is that she was killed, right?
Exactly. Now, if you got your wife and that had happened to your mom, and suddenly
There
the
you go.
media were hounding.
There's a photo of all three of them.
I'm not
Uh,
You
even
tell
sure
me.
Williams is either. I don't know. The ears are there.
yeah, because neither one of them really got red hair.
Exactly. You tell me. I'm not sprouting any conspiracy theories. I'm just saying, look at the
Well, I
fact.
mean, this would be what you would consider, I guess, a legitimate conspiracy, but never been.
Does the
proven, right?
royal family really matter? Unfortunately, yes. Because
Didn't they override?
one, they still have the power to overrule the government, although they don't. They still have immense power across the world, which they don't use.
Yep.
You know, if they turned down to Australia and said jump, Australia have to go, how high?
And now let me ask you something. So you're saying if, say, the government decided we don't need the royal family tomorrow, you don't think it would affect the way the government's being ran?
No, it would. The whole way government is run would have to change.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't have the government we have. You couldn't have the elected chamber, then the unelected chamber. You couldn't have a prime minister. You'd have to have a president. You know.
Well,
And
prime
then
minister is just another fancy term for president.
No, because the prime minister,
Not
technically,
really.
he
He's
doesn't
not
have as
elected.
much. He has to be elected first.
And
And then
to say yes. Well,
The
the
royal
king,
family have to say yes, and also he has as much power as the guy sat behind him.
Well, then
Or
what's
the
the
lady
point of
sat
the
behind.
election if your royal family's just making that decision?
No, they're not.
Yeah, but if
This is
what I'm
happened.
saying is, if somebody's voted in by an election and then the royal family says, "Nah, we don't like you," does that mean they don't get
It's
the
never
job?
happened.
But if it
Well,
did,
we had
It
we
can.
did it over here.
Yeah, Dominic did it.
Yeah, we did it in 1975. We spoke to the Governor General, we spoke to the Queen, and they dissolved the Parliament.
That's the
Gough
thing.
Whitlam.
Dissolution.
It was called a double dissolution election. They blocked supply in the upper house because of various financial details, and Gough Whitlam was removed as president, and they went to an election. 1975 it happened.
Yeah,
The
Curtis,
Queen
you know,
dissolved Australia's
basic,
Parliament.
Curtis, you're right. Basically, the Americans don't care about the royal family. However,
Oh.
it kind of grinds me out every day when I see her picture on
Yeah.
it's Meghan Markle. She is nothing. She was a prostitute, and then she went in and worked her way up the ladder. She's a socialite wannabe, and
oh really? I'd pay for that.
she's no.
I just want to point, but no, right? What you've got to remember, Meghan Markle wasn't nothing, but she married in.
Yeah,
She was,
Yeah.
Cares?
she,
She's
no, no,
still
no.
hot.
Yep, right. But you have to
We're just
look
talking
at
about the person itself
Right.
rather than the position.
right now. Look at Harry, what Harry's going through, and then look at Meghan Markle. But compare Meghan Markle to Lady Diana. She was a nothing that married in, and her relationship. She knew quite a long time that Charles was having it off with Camilla
Mm.
behind her back. And then she divorced him. She gave him what he wanted. She got with some, Dodi Al-Fayed, or I think his name was. And the royal family did not like it. End of the day, who she got with after she'd left Charles was none of their business.
Well, and besides, but the difference is Meghan Markle is classless, and Diana, at least in public, was classy.
But it was
Megan's
her
hotter.
classy was not there before she married into royal family. Right? Now you got to look at that. You see what happened with Diana, how it ended, and you suddenly you can think why Harry's a bit stressed. Yeah, because the media straight away hounded her. You guys don't have a media like we have.
Oh yes, we do.
No, your newspapers are not hacking mobile phones of dead children.
I remember that.
Not that
Right.
they're reporting, but I bet they're up to it.
Well, if they are, they should pack it in because it's wrong. But this is what I'm saying. He's, Harry. But
So are you feeling?
Harry gave
this
up his-
straight, David. Are you feeling sorry for Harry?
no, I don't feel sorry for any of them.
Listen, David,
Or
I'll give you
Harry.
5. Look, I'll give you my 5 special marbles and $10 for Megan. Okay,
No, it's all right.
you can send her over to me.
She's over there because
No, she's
you
in
think
Canada.
this is the
ain't she?
point. No, she's in America, isn't she? I don't know.
I
She's
thought they
somewhere.
were
They
in
over-
moved
Canada.
back. Yeah.
All right. Oh, well, we'll point something out. She doesn't live here, right? Because Harry gave up his title, which he had a right to do. He's giving it up, and they should just accept that. He's giving it up, and he should go into the back realms of everything else. But this is where I was going to point something out earlier. Harry gave up his title. He's been forced into the back lives of the royal family. And when the newspapers are running out of stories, they pull him back forward. However, this weekend, you've got the pictures of the royal family with Prince Andrew walking, laughing with them. That guy was stripped of his titles by the Queen. He should not be there.
So once you give up your title, can you take it back if you want?
He has to accept it.
He can't take it back because he was stripped of it by the Queen. Harry could because he renounced it. Yeah. They lost it in different ways.
Anyway, enough about the royal family. Even Dominic has gone silent.
Well, I have some more bad news for you guys on the royal family.
What's that?
Fucking coronations in a couple of weeks.
Hey, Dominic, how'd your football team do the other day?
Yeah, Dominic had his football was playing last weekend.
Why did Justin laugh at the end of that?
I think they lost.
Well, hey, what was the score, Dominic?
Dominic?
Dominic.
I think Dominic ended it.
Knock.
Is he still there? Or is he frozen?
He's on mute. He's on the phone.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Rude.
Well, what's the name? Oh, here you go. Dom.
He'll be back in 1 minute. But before Dominic comes back, let me just tell you how my team's doing. Since the international break, before the international break, we were doing shit. And to be honest, it looked like we were going to struggle. But since that international break, we've won everything. And now we're going into the playoffs.
Whoop-de-doubly do.
Yeah, you will say that because we're going to Wembley.
No, we're not.
I will be at Wembley, whether it's the last thing I do.
There you go. There you go, Laura. There you go, Laura.
She knows there's not a hope in hell's chance on this planet of stopping me going.
Well, that-
Yes.
What do you think about that, Laura?
Actually, I better be nice and let me go away.
See, that's where I've got her. We go to Wembley, or she ain't going to Scotland.
Isn't Biden over there in Scotland right now?
Yeah,
Ireland?
No, he's in Ireland.
Ireland.
He's in Ireland. Okay. We
But
had
did
him
you-
here, so we got rid of him. So
Well,
What did I miss?
Well,
Sorry,
we want-
someone
we-
called me.
Said they were waiting for the scores of your football team over the weekend. What was the final score?
127 to 45.
oh,
So it's an absolute belting.
hey, who's the JDS guy?
oh, we met JDS and Chrissy today.
And Chrissy, yeah.
Yes. And Marshall's in there too.
I just want to point out, I actually always thought that JDS was someone like JD's age. I didn't realize he was that old.
I think he's 65. I seem to remember.
He's,
So,
he's
65.
No, JDS, I said.
Yeah, I think JD is close.
65, didn't he?
JDS.
First.
Boss.
Dominic,
Yeah.
settle the argument.
JDS joined the Senior Citizens of Canada.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
team, Dominic, settle this argument. Your team beats all the odds and gets to the final.
Yep.
Would you go or not?
I'll
In my
always go.
situation, I may be homeless, but would you go or not?
Yeah, I always go. Yes.
Exactly.
Well, Laura
go
says
every-
they're not going.
I've got to
I'll
let
go
one
every
guy
week.
pop our way in 2 weeks' time.
As I said, I bought it. And what you call them seasons tickets, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I've got one of those. And I go every week when it's possible. If they go into state, there's no chance of me going into state. But if they play here, I've got a ticket for every game here.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I did have a laugh. I watched the American football chants versus the UK football chants.
Hmm.
Oh my God.
Hello,
If-
Sarah. Sarah's in the chat.
If I went, hi Sarah, if I went to a football game, a soccer game in America, right, I would cause a riot. Seriously. Who the hell stands there and going, I think we will win. I think we will win. Wait, what? The hell's that all about?
No, you guys have pretty good chance, I tell you.
Oh yes. Like the good old one we used to have. It's quick, it's scouse, he'll rob your fucking house. David is.
Hey, Justin, I see your little sister asked Sarah to give you a slap for her.
You weren't supposed to read that out.
I can see the chat, Laura.
You can't read.
She messaged her last night because Sarah asked me, so she said, Laura said I need to sort you out. What'd you do to her?
I'll slap her, all right?
Sarah says she'll slap you, all right.
Now, guys, let's get a bit more serious. Forget the trans talk, forget the gay talk, forget education talk, forget the royal family talk. Let's get a bit more serious here. A while ago, I told you all, do not encourage her. And Justin encouraged her. Now he has to pay the price.
Oh, okay.
You
Hey,
was
Sarah.
warned.
Hey, Sarah,
I-
can we see that live?
I also told you a long time ago to pull her internet plug.
We have 4 different internet connections.
I did, then you pull 3 of them. You only
Well-
need one.
No, because I have my 5G here,
If you
I have my
touch the phone,
tablet,
you
I have my
touch-
mobile phone, and I have her BT. But if I disconnect her BT, she's still got a mobile phone. She has unlimited internet.
Yeah.
Nearly every device in here has an unlimited internet connection. This is why when there's a power cut, we're still online.
Sarah said she didn't say that. The previous comment was her daughter Aubrey said that.
Shark attack drone footage. Wait,
Oh.
what? Are we going to see someone get eaten?
Yeah. Yeah, you got my attention.
You'd have my attention if it was Meghan Markle getting eaten.
No, we've moved off on that subject now.
Hey,
Have a
Dave,
break.
you any good at carpentry?
Me? I'm all right.
Here, you can have and make this rig here for yourself for doing the truck driving thing.
Oh, yes. Look at that.
Yeah.
Now you're talking. Did you just say no?
Yeah, I don't know what it is because it's not come up my side yet.
When we get our own place, that is being built.
Yep.
No.
Time, of course, means hitting the beach, but a string of shark attacks in the Northeast is putting swimmers on high alert. A warning now. Some of these pictures you're about to watch are a little gory.
I would never hit him. He's the king of the house, the true boss. Okay, Justin, go off Sarah's account.
Leaving him with a pretty sizable gash on his foot. You see right there. The teen compared the experience to getting stuck in a bear trap. And while the sight of a fin sticking out of the water can terrify us, there's also just something about sharks that never fails to fascinate. Just ask the teams over at Discovery as they gear up for the 34th year. That's right, 34th year of their ever popular Shark Week. Here's a preview.
There's a shark here.
Oh, this is what what's his name was talking about earlier.
Yeah, Shark Week.
Curtis. Come on, this ain't
Fascinating creatures.
DARPA glass.
Yeah.
It's plexiglass. Come on now.
You can just see that shark is really, really thinking about it.
Mm.
Look at all the little other fishies.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be like, fuck that, I'm off.
Give this 5 or 10 minutes.
No, they're swimming around watching. Yeah.
You got to figure out how to open that box to have a meal.
Yeah.
I've already had 2.
Them little fish are going, I'm having the eyes.
They look like they're getting a little bit more fired up.
Oh,
What was that?
Just why would you do that?
Yeah.
There is a reason.
Is that a shark?
Reason I don't like to see.
I don't know, ask the guys on Jackass when they put chum in their underwear and went swimming with the sharks.
Yeah.
there he comes.
Do.
Ah, yes. Got him.
That was gonna happen.
Flipped him out of it.
You know what? You fucking deserve it.
Yeah.
You got to be an idiot to do it in the first place.
You fuck with nature, nature's going to have you.
Yeah.
That's why most shark cages are made out of steel, not freaking.
Now you decide to make a run for it, eh? Yeah.
Might as
What
well
an
3D.
idiot.
Might as well 3D printed that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just a note to our viewers, he did survive that episode, but unbelievable stuff. You were on a
comes at you like that, it survived without a scratch. So
Yeah.
nothing we could do to
I don't know how
help
much
it.
that plastic that
We
shark
just
ate.
hadn't swum before. He told a great white it felt weird. He went through it
You should get done for animal cruelty.
to happen.
You know that's
every
one
now and then.
shark too that you
Just,
can't put in captivity because
32
it'll
years
kill
of
itself.
shark, we get-
Mm.
It'll actually hit the sides
No.
of the.
You can't put it in captivity because think about it this way. Who's going in to clean the tank?
Mm.
The hell's it got?
It's a repeat performance for the 10.5-footer. But
Look
this
at that.
time,
Oh,
it's
look at that.
Cool.
The only thing that's screwing that up is Dolphins.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take off. I can do
Where
some
are you
more.
headed?
Huh?
Where are you headed?
Timmy's.
Upstairs, I got some more drywall mud to put on that one spot where I took the bridge down, and I got some more sanding to do, and then after that, I'll be painting again. Like the only time I get to do it is either a couple hours after work at night or on the weekend. So the only time I can do it.
There's a dilemma going on in the chat. Sarah says that she's calling Justin the king.
That wasn't Justin. That wasn't Sarah.
Yes,
that
it was her.
Justin on Sarah's account.
Yeah, it
No,
was.
it wasn't.
Anyway,
Yeah,
catch you guys.
it was.
I gotta go.
Okay, Paul.
Yeah, you probably timed it right, Paul. Catch you later.
That was Sarah said that, didn't she?
No, Justin logged into Sarah's account.
I don't think Justin wouldn't do that, would he?
Yes, he would. He's done it millions of times.
I just want to point something out to you. If Justin did do that, then he's a brave man. Because if I logged into Laura's account and did that, I would be squealing like a pig for weeks.
Well, whatever works, you know.
Okay, so there's one.
Anyway, Justin, it's past your bedtime. Off you go.
Cast past your bedtime.
Yep, you do.
It's all my dog right
There's
now.
one great white that's actually in captivity, but when I was watching that thing, they said that the problem with putting them in captivity is they'll actually try to hit the glass in order to get out. They can't really give them enough room.
Well, they are pretty big, so here's Mudball.
Well, it's not just that they're big; they need a hell of a lot of space, and they go deep. Because if you notice, a lot more short attacks come from underneath than they do from the side. That's because they go down and they can propel themselves up a lot faster than they can just swimming sideways.
Yeah. Mudball's correct.
Yes, Laura was streaming her great tits earlier. And the blue tits.
She had tits on her live stream.
They're all over the place. Blue tits, great tits, long tail tits,
Magpies.
and then a magpie. And probably a wood pigeon or two.
And guess what? I might do it again tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Lucky you, David.
No. Tomorrow, we've got to destroy part of the bedroom. We've got a unit to take down. Because in 2 weeks, we're moving everything into storage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're packing everything up in your room?
Yeah, 2 weeks on Monday. We've got to be out. Say got to be out doesn't mean we're going to be out, because the council said that on the 1st, we don't leave. We wait for the bailiffs to come, and that can be anything up to 4 weeks after. But we're going to make sure everything's out on that by that Monday, because when the bailiffs turn up, we just want to chuck them the keys and go, have the pile of shit. We're off.
Yeah, because we don't mind if it's like the mattress or something. They're fine, do we? That's the fun said.
We're leaving the sofa behind because it's knackered.
Moldy couch.
Yeah. We have a couple of cans of tuna sat in the back.
Yep.
In fact, if I could get a tin of that fish.
You need the stinky fish, yeah.
No, David.
All I want to do is put a tin in the loft.
You need a can of that stuff.
Yeah. Put a can of it in the loft with a firework on it, light the firework, run.
Yep.
The bad problem
that'd
is-
melt the house.
Bad problem is that wouldn't take long to stink up. That'd be instant.
it would stink the place and it would corrode everything in there and the house would just
I don't
melt.
give a shit. We're out.
That's what I mean. That's
just
why you
give-
need the that's why you need the stinky fish.
Yeah, we just give them the keys and go. Can you smell that? That's nice air freshener in there.
You know
Here's
what's
the keys.
really bad is a couple
And then-
cans of.
And then all of a
cat
sudden,
food.
they'll just hear this boom in the loft. And then next time they come, they'll be like, oh,
I'll tell you what smells really bad. Just take a couple cans of small cat food and just crack it open.
Yeah.
And just set it up in the loft and it won't take but a couple days and it'll start smelling.
Yeah.
horrendous.
oh, I know what cat food smell and dog food smells like when it. I used to do the pet food aisle at Asda. And
Oh, I did. Every once in a while, we'd get a pallet of cat and dog food in. And there'd be one can, and it'd always be in the middle of the damn pallet, and it'd be cracked open. And oh my
You know,
god, we'd
they
have to dig
usually-
it out.
I think there was one person in the warehouse that really had a bad thing for Asda Blackpool because every Thursday night, guaranteed, the tins would be on top of the pouches. And that bloody pallet was vile. You cut it open and the rest of the pet food would run. It'd be like, fuck you, poof. Evil stuff.
Oh, excuse me, I thought we'd written that down, or called it in,
And it was always in jelly.
1805, 7 and 8
Yeah, we got quite a few of those
minutes too.
where we'd always have to dig them out and try to find which one was broken. It'd be like freaking like 400 or 500 cases of cat food and dog food on this big pallet.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it would be, you get some of the ones where you get like 20 cans in a case and it's sold by a case. So
Yeah, and
you'd
it's
have
in
to
the middle
figure-
of that.
Yeah, and then you'd have to figure out whether that was the one that was smelling or not. And the only way you're doing is you got to stick your face close to it. Oh my God, so bad.
No, we
That's
used to
a-
do this. We used to do this thing called spotting. So 10 o'clock when we started our shift, we would go in, we'd strip the pallet down, and we'd just place all the tins where you think that food is. So you just go, win a lot chicken there, win a lot gravy there, and just scatter it along the aisle. And then if you've got a smelly one, you would find it when you get round to it. Oh, my big 3D diamond painting of Sparky arrived today.
Oh, great.
So tomorrow we're going to pick it up because it's been delivered to Laura's mum's.
What is it?
A diamond painting of Sparky.
Diamond painting. What is that?
It's one where you have like little plastic diamonds
Oh, okay.
and you've got to put them into place and it makes the picture.
So you have to build it yourself or it just was
Yeah.
built already? Oh, okay.
Got to build it. Well, I thought, you know what, you give me something to do and something to properly remember or buy.
So it comes with like all the glue, everything you need for it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you just send them a picture and then they design it.
Yeah. 75 inches by 60 inches.
How big are the things?
The beads.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are they like
Two-
super tiny?
yeah, 2 millimeters by 2 millimeters.
Jesus, dude, that's gonna take you forever to do that.
Whatever you do, don't ping them.
I hope they've got a really good numbering system on there. Which ones go where?
Yeah, they do.
They just give you a whole bin full and they're like, here, figure it out.
Yeah, all just mixed into one tub.
Right.
No, they do give you a good system. I actually sent the actual what the picture would look like. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, 'cause they should give you a preview of it, right, when you order it.
Yeah, well, they don't normally, but I asked for a preview. So I wanted to make sure I'd sent the right picture. I need to go into, I'm gonna find bloody mess. I bought an LED light from Amazon and it was delivered today, but it wasn't to the correct size. So I asked them to send me the correct size, and the woman said no. And then she said, but we'll let you have a refund and you can keep the item. Well, cheers for that. Not what I wanted. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God, how many pages are there?
Get yourself a good pair of tweezers.
What for?
Probably help pick those up when you're putting them in place and stuff, right?
You got a special pen. You have a special pen with like a pink wax. You dip it into the pink wax, and then you press it onto the diamond color, and then you put it into place where you want it.
Yeah. So it's held together by wax?
No, the wax is on the pen.
Oh,
The
okay.
wax stays on the pen, but the diamond, and then once it's done, you roll it,
And then put
and then you can spray it with Mod Podge or air lacquer or something to get it to stay.
Okay.
It's the blanket. Not that one. Oh, really? You took me back to page 1? It's on page 7. Stupid Dawn.
What are you looking at?
Oh, I've got to go through Amazon messages.
Uh,
That's dispatched.
Reminds me of that charge my watch. Where's my watch?
Dispatch, customer details needed to complete the order. It's that one. Oh, you god darn. No, back to page 9.
Oh, my watch charger go.
Don't all of you talk at once.
Shut
Well,
up.
I'm
I'm
looking
busy.
for something. Pack it in.
Well, you won't find it.
You might be right about that.
Oh, for God's sake, Laura, you and your stupid meta apps.
What you got meta app?
Now I'm gonna go